Sampurita paminte paramita balena Vindvansiyo kila kilesa Samohajalang Teneva landa arahang Arahoti namang Vandami buddha mamalang Hadaye tapetwa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Homage to the Exalted One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Three refuge, Tisarana, Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, Dhammang Saranang Gacchami, Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. I go to the Buddha for refuge. I go to the Dhamma for refuge. I go to the Sangha for refuge. Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami A second time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A second time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A second time I go to the Sangha for refuge. Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami A third time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A third time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A third time I go to the Sangha for refuge. Pancha Sila, 5 precepts. Pāṇātipātā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training tool to abstain from taking life. Adinādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training tool to abstain from stealing. Kāmesu micchācārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training tool to abstain from sexual misconduct. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I I undertake the training tool to abstain from foolish speech. Surameraya Majjapama Dattana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. I undertake the training tool to abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. Buddha Vandana, homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vinyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattha deva manussanam buddho bhagavati. Such indeed the exalted one, worthy, supremely enlightened, endowed with knowledge and conduct, well gone, nor of the world, incomparable trainer of persons to be tamed, the supreme teacher of deities and men, enlightened and exalted. Dhamma Vandana, homage to the teachings of the Buddha. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditthiko Akaliko Ehi Pansiko Opanaiko Panchantang Veditambo Vinyohiti. Dhamma is well expounded by the Blessed One, directly visible, immediately effective, calling one to come and see, leading onwards, and to be personally realized by the wise. Sangha Vandana, homage to the noble disciples of the Buddha. Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samiti Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidan Chantari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Pungala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuneyo Pahune Dakhineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuntaram Punyakhentam Lokan Sati. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing well. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing rightly. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing correctly. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing properly. This is the four pairs of persons, the 8 kind of individuals. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is worthy of offerings and hospitality, worthy of gifts and salutation, the supreme field of merits for the world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear friends in the Dhamma, all of you are warmly welcome to our Tuesday Dhamma class. In this Dhamma class, we listening to Buddha's message and we practice what the Buddha taught. The Buddha's message is very clearly. Buddha explained his message for 45 years. All the doctrines that the Blessed One explained in his life can be summarized into one sentence: Sacitta Pariyodapanam, purifying one's mind. Why do we need to purify our mind? We need to purify our mind because we like happiness. Everyone who was born in this world likes to live happily. That is the main purpose of everyone. If we want to live happily, we have to understand the nature of our life. Here it is very important to understand the Samadhi, or right understanding what the Supreme Buddha explained. Samadhi can be summarized into two. One of them is that understanding the karmic law. What is the nature of the karmic law? Whatever we do with intention, we will have the same results. If we do something with a wicked mind, physically, verbally and mentally, we will have painful results, evil results. And also if we do something with a pure mind, physically, verbally and mentally, we will have fruitful results, pleasant results. In this situation, we understand whenever our mind is polluted with negative thoughts, we have no real happiness. We suffer because of impure mind. In this situation, we should understand what are the negativities that disturb our peace of mind. There are three negative thoughts that disturb our peace of mind. They are craving, anger, and delusion, or lust, hatred, and ignorance. These are the negativities that disturb our peace of mind. When someone blames us, if we easily get angry, actually we are not successful. If we see something, if we experience something, immediately if we attach to something or someone, actually we have no real happiness. We have no freedom. We have no liberation. And also ignorance or delusion. Delusion is the main reason of all the defilements, such as craving, anger, conceit, jealousy, etc. What is the nature of ignorance? Ignorance means when we experience something, if we think there is something outside at this moment, that is the nature of ignorance. When we remember something, if our mind immediately goes to past or future with a form, if our mind is fixed in a form or a person, it means that person or thing can control us because we are ignorant, because we depend on outside. In this situation, we should understand what happens to our life every moment. Every moment we experience the world through our six senses. We see something, we hear something, we smell something, we taste something, we touch something, we remember something. Through our 6 senses, we experience the world. When we experience the world, at that moment, one sense acts at once. And also, when we see something, when we hear something, when we smell something, when we taste something, when we touch something, we can contact something at the moment with the physical world. But the very important thing, when we recognize that experience, the first experience has already ceased. We usually don't know this reality. This is the nature of ignorance. When you look at something, if you immediately think that there is something outside, then outside thing changes, we suffer, we get upset. In this situation, we understand when we experience something through our senses, we can contact something, but when we recognize it, we recognize everything through our mind consciousness, manovinyana. The very important thing, when we recognize something through mind consciousness, the very first experience, the material world has already ceased. This is the understanding that we receive throughout listening to Dhamma. This is the very first step of wisdom. It says in Buddhism, Sutame Jnana, the knowledge of listening, the knowledge of hearing. First of all, we understand this reality throughout listening to Dhamma, what the Buddha taught. Not only we should know it, but we should think it again and again, this reality. That says as Chintame Jnana, the knowledge of contemplating or thinking. The next step of wisdom is that Bhavanamaya Panya, the wisdom of meditation. By practicing Samatha and Vipassana, we realize this nature. When our mind gains concentration, we reflect on impermanence. My I is impermanent, forms are impermanent, I consciousness is impermanent. Here, it is very important to understand mindfulness. Mindfulness is the foundation of meditation. What is the mindfulness? Being aware of our body and mind in the present moment. Whenever we lose mindfulness, it means we have lost our happiness. The reason is that we depend on outside. As soon as we experience something, if we are mindful, we immediately understand what happens to my mind at the moment. This is the real skill that we should develop in our life. In this situation, Buddha says, Ekaino ayam bhikkhave maggo satthana visuddhya. Practicing mindfulness is only way for the purification of beings. Soka paritavana samathikamaya. Practicing mindfulness is only way for getting rid of suffering, sorrow and lamentation. Here, we always understand and live in mindfulness. We live mindfully, we do everything mindfully with this understanding. For that we have a gradual path. First of all, we should have discipline in our speech and behavior. When we speak something, when we do something, we think again and again whether it is correct. We do everything mindfully. When we do something, when we speak something, We think again and again whether it is correct. And also the second step is that Samadhi or concentration. We keep our attention in the present moment, and also we practice some meditation techniques which belong to concentration meditation. There are 40 meditation techniques that the Buddha has explained. Among them, loving kindness meditation, breathing meditation, they are very familiar with you. When we practice these meditation techniques, we can concentrate our mind in the present moment with some positive thoughts. When mind gains concentration, we reflect on the reality, what happens to our life. We reflect on three characteristics, anicca, dukkha, anatta, impermanence, dissatisfaction, and selflessness. Buddha explained in his message the importance of practicing this path. First of all, we should have confidence in this path. That says in Buddhism as saddha or confidence. Then we have effort, virya, and also we practice mindfulness. We always keep our attention in the present moment, keeping our mind around the nose or upper lip. And concentration, samadhi, and panna, wisdom. These are the 5 spiritual faculties. Saddha, virya, sati, samadhi, panna. These 5 things can be summarized into 2. Buddha says very clearly, as a wise person who was born in this world, the highest qualities that we can practice are that samatha and vipassana, or concentration and wisdom, or concentration and insight meditation. Our success depends on getting rid of suffering. Getting rid of suffering completely depends on the duration of practicing concentration and insight meditation. Day by day, we should increase the duration of practicing samatha and vipassana bhavana, or concentration and insight meditation. As a result of this path, every moment we live reflecting on impermanence. As soon as we see something, we understand, now I recognize this form through my mind consciousness. The outside world has already ceased. And also when we hear something, when we smell something, when we taste something, when we touch something, we immediately understand. When I recognize these experiences, I recognize everything through my mind consciousness, and also the physical world has already ceased. This is the place where we should develop and we should see our skills. If you have this skill, actually no one or nothing can disturb our peace of mind. This is the place where we can make a refuge. Refuge means making a refuge within us by practicing mindfulness. As a result of this path, we can develop our wisdom to the maximum level with the practice of mindfulness, being aware of our mind or consciousness. This is the path how we overcome suffering. The more we practice this path, the more we overcome ignorance or delusion. The more we overcome ignorance or delusion, the more we overcome craving and anger. If we know that this physical world has already ceased, do we have craving or anger? No, we see the world as an empty world, empty village. It means Buddhism doesn't say that there is no world, no physical world. Buddhism doesn't reject the material world. Actually, there is a material world. We can contact the material world. The important thing, when we understand the material world, we always recognize the material world through our mind consciousness. We are unable to recognize the material world in the present moment. We always recognize the material world, the persons, after the first experience has ceased. With this understanding, we have inner motivation, inner courage to go forward on this path. If you are ignorant, we have to suffer. Buddha says, there are 3 reasons that we need to find a spiritual path. Because of 3 reasons, the Buddha's message shines in this world. What are the 3 things? Jara, Marana, Jati. Decay, death, and rebirth. These are the reasons why we need a spiritual path, why we need to find a spiritual teacher. If there are no these 3 reasons in this world, we don't need to find a spiritual teacher or his noble message. We should find a sublime message and a teacher because of these 3 reasons: decay or aging, death or passing away, and rebirth. Because of these 3 reasons, we need to find a spiritual path. How these 3 sufferings arise in this world? Because of ignorance. If we think there is a material world at the moment, when material world going to old age or decay, when outside world is subject to pass away or death, we get suffering. If we understand the material world has ceased, then we don't worry when outside world changes. In this situation, we should know this path, the nature, and also we should practice what the Buddha taught. Here, Sila, Samadhi, and Panna is very, very important. Sila means virtue or moral conduct. Samadhi means concentration, and Panna, wisdom. These are the 3 things that help us to overcome suffering and achieve the real happiness. The more we practice these 3 disciplines, the more we are able to overcome ignorance. The more we overcome ignorance, the more we overcome craving and anger. The more we overcome these 3 unwholesome mental states, craving, anger, and delusion, the more we overcome suffering. This is the real place where we can make a refuge within us, then we don't depend on outside world for our spiritual development. Because of listening to Dhamma and practicing Dhamma, we can make a refuge within us in our life. That is the thing that we are doing here. Okay, friends in the Dhamma. Now we are going to practice the Buddha's message. Here we are going to practice Sati Nimitta, loving kindness meditation, and Anapanasati Bhavana. At the end of the session, we are going to practice insight meditation or Vipassana Bhavana. When we practice meditation in Buddhism, Sati Nimitta or focus of mindfulness or the sign of mindfulness or mindfulness object is very, very important. It says in Buddhism, Parimukhan Sati Nupattapetva. It is Parimukhan means we keep our attention around the nose or upper lip in the present moment. That is the very first step of meditation explained by the Blessed One. When we keep our attention in the present moment, gradually we cultivate some positive thoughts. As the result of this path, we are able to overcome negative thoughts and develop positive thoughts in our mind. For that, please get ready for our meditation session. Okay, please get ready for meditation. Relax your body, please. Please be aware of your body posture, from your legs to head and from your head to legs. Okay, please be aware of your nose or upper lip in the present moment. Please keep your attention around the nose or upper lip in the present moment. I completely keep my attention in the present moment. I am mindful in the present moment. When I keep my attention in the present moment, when some thoughts come to my mind, I immediately understand the nature of those thoughts. fully aware of the present moment. With the awareness of the present moment, now I am going to practice loving kindness thoughts to the world. I spread loving kindness thoughts to the entire world from this place to the world. May all beings at this temple be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. Furthermore, I keep my attention around the nose or upper lip when I practice loving kindness thoughts. May all beings in the east direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the south direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the west direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the north direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the down direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the upper direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the entire world be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May their all righteous wishes meet with success. May they attain the final bliss of liberation, emancipation, Nibbana. I am friendly with everyone in this world. I see the entire world like my home, like my family, like my children, like my children. Whenever I see something, whenever I see someone, whenever I hear to someone, whenever I remember someone, immediately I consider that person like my only son or daughter. I see the all over the world like my sons and daughters. I spread loving kindness thoughts to the entire world with compassionate heart. Day by day, I increase the duration of practicing loving kindness meditation, which brings inner peace to my world. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. Furthermore, I keep my attention in the present moment with Sati Nimitta, the focus of mindfulness. I keep my attention the end of the nose or upper lip in the present moment. At the same time, I am going to practice breathing meditation, Anapanasati Bhavana. When I breathe in, I am aware of that I am breathing in. When I breathe out, I understand that now I am breathing out. With the awareness of breathing in and out, I am breathing in and out very naturally and calmly. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. When I breathe in alone, I recognize that I am breathing in alone. When I breathe out alone, I understand that now I am breathing out alone. When I breathe in short, I understand that now I am breathing in short. When I breathe out short, I understand that now I am breathing out short. Recognizing breathing in and out, long and short, I am mindfully breathing in and out. Breathing in, breathing out. I am breathing in, sensitive to the entire breathing body. I am breathing out, sensitive to the entire breathing body. Furthermore, I keep my attention the end of the nose or upper lip. Breathing in, breathing out. I am breathing in, calming bodily fabrication. I am breathing out, calming bodily fabrication. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. My mind is so pure and calm. My mind gradually gains concentration. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. I see that my mind gradually gains concentration as the result of practicing mindfulness and breathing meditation. I see that when my mind gains concentration, I have no negative thoughts in my mind at the moment. My mind is released from sensual pleasure, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness and worries, and skeptical doubts. My mind has no these negativities, neither hindrances at this moment. My mind is like a still water, very pure water. I see that my mind is so pure and calm. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Day by day, I try to practice breathing meditation. I increase the duration of practicing breathing meditation for concentration, for my inner peace, for getting rid of 5 hindrances for my inner peace. Furthermore, I keep my attention around the nose or upper lip. At the same time, I am going to practice insight meditation, Vipassana Bhavana, impermanence. Every moment I contact the world through my senses. When I contact something, immediately 5 aggregates arise at the moment. 5 aggregates are Rupa, form, Vedana, feelings, Sanya, perception, Sankhara, mental formations, and Vijnana, consciousness. These 5 things arise together and they immediately cease when conditions cease. When I recognize something, I recognize everything after first experience has ceased. Especially the form has ceased when I recognize something at this moment. I recognize something through my mind consciousness with 4 aggregates: Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. I always live with these 4 aggregates. But when I contact something, there are 5 aggregates. But I always recognize something through 4 aggregates: Vedana, feeling, Sanya, perception, Sankhara, mental formations, and Vijnana, consciousness. I recollect this quality, this nature, this reality. I reflect on impermanence. Form is impermanent. Feelings are impermanent. Perception is impermanent. Mental formations are impermanent. And consciousness is impermanent. They arise together. They immediately cease as the result of cessation of the reasons, causes. Five aggregates are impermanent. They arise when conditions arise. They cease when conditions cease. Arising, ceasing. Arising, ceasing. Arising, ceasing. The very first experience, the 5 aggregates, they are the results of my previous karma. They arise at the moment and they immediately cease. I recognize this reality in the present moment through my present mind consciousness. When I recognize this reality, I recognize everything through my mind consciousness. It belongs to four aggregates: Vedana feeling, Sanya perception, Sankhara mental formations, and consciousness, Vijnana. That mind consciousness also arises and ceases at the moment. It is impermanent. It is dissatisfactory. It is selfless. I keep my full attention in the present moment around the nose of upper lip. At the same time, I reflect on this reality, arising and ceasing of five aggregates. Arising, ceasing, arising, ceasing. When I contemplate on this reality, I release from the outside material world and persons. And also when I contemplate on my mind as impermanent, I release from inside world. I release from outside world and inside world as well at this moment. Day by day, from moment to moment, I develop this practice. My real spiritual development depends on practicing mindfulness and insight meditation, or Satipatthana and Satipatthana Bhavana, mindfulness and mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness belongs to Samatha Bhavana, mindfulness meditation belongs to insight meditation, Vipassana Bhavana. Practicing this path is the real refuge in my life. I make a refuge within me by practicing this path explained by the Supreme Buddha. Furthermore, I keep my attention in the present moment. Even though I stand up from my sitting meditation, I continue practicing mindfulness. I maintain practicing Sati Nimitta, the focus of mindfulness, I always train my mind to live in the present moment, mindfully and wisely. Everything is impermanent. Sabbe sankhara anicchati yada paññāya passati ata nibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhiyā. All conditioned things are impermanent. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sabbe sankhara dukkhati yada paññāya passati ata nibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhiyā. All conditioned things are dissatisfactory. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sabbe dhamma anattati yada paññāya passati ata nibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhiyā. All phenomena are selfless. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, dear friends in the Dhamma, please try to maintain the Sati Nimitta, keeping your attention around the nose of upper lip. At the same time, if you can contemplate on the reality. What is the reality? Reality is that the form has already ceased. When you recognize something, when you look at me, this form has already ceased. You recognize me through your mind consciousness. When you hear me, you recognize my sound through your mind consciousness. When you recognize my sound through your mind consciousness, your ear, your sound, ear consciousness have already ceased. If you have this understanding, you have made a refuge within you. Nobody or nothing can disturb you. Nobody or nothing can control you. Nobody or nothing can bring you suffering. This is the freedom. This is the liberation. This is the emancipation. This is the enlightenment uttered by the Blessed One. If you really like to respect your life, if you like to increase the value of your life, this is the path that you have to practice. We should give the priority to practice this path. We should dedicate everything that we have for this spiritual success. We were born in this world to achieve this reality. We have received this very rare, valuable opportunity to practice this path as the result of your previous good karma. You are so fortunate. You have all the facilities. You have Kalyana Mitra, good friends. You have enough health, wealth, and everything. Therefore, we have to practice this path, and also we should give the priority to practice this path as much as we can. For that, I wish you all the best. By the power of this spiritual energy, may you be well, happy and peaceful. May your spiritual success increase day by day. As a result of practicing this path, all of us attain the final bliss of liberation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dukkam pantāca nirdukkam, bhayam pantāca nirbhayam, sokam pantāca nissokam, hontu sambe pipanino. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May the Triple Gem bless you.